What's up, NASCAR Heat fans? David Land here, and welcome to the Throwback Race, Darlington Raceway. Of course, there's going to be exactly one throwback in this race by my estimation, because I didn't want to pay for the throwback DLC as I just proceed to burn out. Yeah, we have BEERWAGONS in the game now, so we'll be seeing Brad Keselowski's Miller Lite throwback in this race. I've already seen it in the practice session. So as I'm not paying too much attention to my driving, I do need to explain what the situation is for me and the chase here in NASCAR Heat Evolution. It's very simple. I need to score good points today and then take all my guns and my earnings to Richmond and hopefully win that race. So we're 31st in the points. We need to be 30th to even be considered for chase eligibility. So that's going to mean, I believe Chris Buescher is ahead of us in the points. So beat Chris Buescher by a few positions, be able to gain that points advantage over him, and then get into the top 30 in points, and then of course win the Richmond race. So Darlington is going to be some points racing, but it's going to be points racing for a cause. So let's get qualified here, see if I can't set a good time. Alright, so I'm reeling off a few laps in the 32-second range. A lot of people will say that is very slow. It's because in career mode, your lap times are usually about 2 or 3 seconds off what you can run in practice mode or arcade mode. Don't know why that is. I think it's just because they want to have the bit of a progression going on. So they slow the cars down so that you end up going fast like 3 seasons into the career mode. But that explains that. But this is a really good lap. We in fact passed Austin Dillon, go to a 31.9. I think that's good. We're going to sim the AI results, and we're going to move on to round 2 with a position 11 position in Group 1, if I could use the word position even more. Alright, screw round 2. We passed it anyway. We're 5th place. Martin Truex right now is leading. Wasn't really expecting to qualify well at Darlington, but let's see if we can go for the pole. We're only a 10th off. Alright, so I guess wasn't expecting really to be in the hunt for the pole position. I thought this was going to be a one and done qualifying, maybe 2 rounds, but now we're sitting here in round 3 and looking like we could theoretically get, if not on the pole, in a really good position. And again, I was not expecting this. So let's do it. Let's put the car on the pole as I slide the car through the corner. Probably went in a little too hot there. We're going to get a decent exit. So a 31.5 is going to be the target time. Seems like it's going to be the time it's going to take the pole position. So a little bit of a lift into 1. Right up, swing next to the wall, keep the throttle pinned all the way through turn 2, exit, which I noticed in round 2 I actually got loose coming off of that corner just on my own. I hit a bump or something. It knocked the car sideways. As I get sideways, as I transition between the banking and the apron, and I got up into the wall. Now onto the main straightaway, crossing the line. 31.6. We can gain a 10th. We gotta get a 10th here. Right up next to the wall. Nope. I probably was running a 31.5 until I got into the wall. So let's see if we can get that 31.5 again. We're gonna have to go around one more time, see if we can't put this thing on the pole. That would be an amazing achievement to get on the pole at Darlington. That was sloppy, but it's all about the exit because I don't care about this lap because it's not good anyway. Okay, that was a 32.0. So a little bit of a lift, a little bit more of a lift, right up next to the wall, and throttle on, throttle on, throttle on, throttle on. Whole way through the corner, and right onto the back straightaway, no problems. Going down in turn number 3, just a little bit of brake, a little too much brake maybe. Ugh, that was bad. Let's see if this, probably need to go around one more time. That was a 31.7, so probably lost 2 tenths. Well, now I'm just hitting the wall. What position am I in? Oh, well, it doesn't matter what position I'm in. Where's the button I'm trying to find? There it is. 4th. Let's sim it and see if we lose 5th. See if we lose any more places. Nope, we're gonna roll off 5th. So, who did take the pole? Brad Keselowski in a throwback car in the Miller Lite beer wagon. Hopefully we'll get a good look at that car, and I'll be racing him for the lead. Let's wait for the rest of the field to cycle through, because some people on the NASCAR 15 video seem to like that, so maybe it'll translate to NASCAR Heat. And the final qualifier is Matt DiBenedetto. So, let's go racing at Darlington.
Every driver has a story, what they're made of, how they got here, and they all have a common goal: to win the championship. This is Rick Allen for NBC Sports, and in order to live that dream, NASCAR's biggest and brightest stars are going to have to earn their Darlington stripe at the track many call Too Tough to Tame.
All right, here we go, ready to go at Darlington Raceway. Race is underway, the Southern 500. We're already 3 wide between Logano and Harvick. This could maybe not go too well. Had to lift out there because Harvick decided to bully a bit. Fair enough. He was ahead. But it was a bit of a tense time at the OK Corral there. Jimmy Johnson almost comes down into me. Boy, everybody's got it out for me. They know if I get in that chase, I'm going to win it. I'm going to win it. Side by side with Johnson. Now underneath Harvick. Had to lift out underneath him. Was a little bit worried about spinning out. I almost do it on my own there. No help from Harvick needed, apparently. So there goes Dale Jr. almost by me. Gonna get into Jimmy. And I just wrecked Jimmy for no reason. And he spins in front of the field. Well, that at least gave a little bit of breathing room to me and the top 4 guys. So that's fine. I'm not gonna complain too much about that. But what I will complain about is if I hit the wall like that too much more. That will get annoying. Also, Martin Truex is running behind me. Not in his Darlington scheme, despite the fact that his Darlington scheme is free DLC in the game, and I downloaded it, and I saw that it's there. And rather than complain, I'm going to start focusing on the driving, because I keep hitting the wall, and it's causing all sorts of issues. So I'm going to try to hold my position here. Johnson's trying to come back. They are going way faster than I am in the straight line. That's for sure. That's where I'm going to make up all my time, in the corners. Right there. At least on the entry. Then I got a block, because they're 3 wide ahead for the second place there, behind Keselowski, who is leading this thing far and away in the Miller Lite beer wagon. And side by side with Truex. And we're almost spinning. Okay. That's losing positions by the dozens. Now we're 3 wide with Dillon and Larson through the middle. Thanks, Larson. I don't know how the game will spin you out if you run into a car on the outside, but you can grind on a car on the inside all you want, all day long, and it won't spin you out. Very strange. I don't know if that's necessarily simulation physics. Looks like, I was going to say something about it. I thought one car was slowing down, but apparently not. Looked like it was for a second there. And now underneath Larson, underneath Awesome Chase from the same place, and back up into the top 10, which is a good thing. I'm behind Kenseth a little bit. Car bouncing. Car is not very good over these bumps, that's for sure. I'm running to the back of Kenseth a little bit, easy for me to say. Seems like there are random bumps on this track. I don't know if that's necessary. I mean, I suppose it's realistic, but it's weird because they don't seem to be very consistent. They just seem to happen randomly, and it sends your car out of your control for a split second, which is kind of annoying. But we are running now behind Jimmy the Juggernaut as he tries to get underneath 78 of Truex. Again, not in his Darlington scheme, which he should be. But whatever. The leaders are just about a corner ahead of us right now. I'm interested to see how lap traffic will affect this race, if it does, if it's a Bristol-like situation, where lap traffic is going to be key. I would imagine it is, because this is essentially a 1.5 groove racetrack, I would say anyway, in my estimation. It seems like there's just about enough room for 2 cars to go side by side through the corners. But I mean, it's just enough, and you can easily hit the wall or that apron, and both of which are quite deadly in this game for different reasons. As I do a little bit of power sliding right into the wall, and now lose a lot of momentum to Truex here. But at least we're at the front here, and that is where we need to be. Because again, I said the key here is points rather than an outright victory. Well, that would be nice. Just for the pure sake of the points or the chase the chase implications, that essentially I would just have to do well at Richmond, and there's a wreck in turn number 2. And there is a yellow. Wow, the spotter was actually right when he called a wreck. So we're going to go back to green here in P9, it looks like. No, we're going to go green in P8. Car ahead pitted. Going to see if this was the right decision to stay out. Green's out. I am feeling like this is going to be a little bit treacherous, but I feel more confident on the outside rather than on the inside here on a restart. Even though on the inside you can make up more positions, but you can cheat a little bit and do that. Just run into the driver on the bottom, and it won't spin you or them out. Unlike that. Now I've got to run underneath all these guys again. Slightly annoying. Slightly annoying. Okay. Mind awesome chase again. And Paul Menard. Ugh, that was close. Now the Gibbs guys are bullying, and now Almirola's gone through as well. And here comes Blaney to the inside. Got to drive into the corner better than he does. Whoops, we spun him. Yep, that's a yellow. That's a advantageous yellow. 11 laps left on the fuel. I'm going to say pit now. I'm going to pit now, I think. You may be asking, why did I pit? Well, I'm trying to have more fuel in the car prior to the end of this race than I need. So essentially I want to do this without a splash at the end. So I'm willing to go to the back, at least for now, and hopefully get a nice long green flag run, though it's possible that we're not going to have that, and just make up positions on my own. So we're going to go around Blaney, who we wrecked, and just be very, very cautious, which that was not cautious. In fact, I'm going to drive so cautiously that I'm just going to let everybody back around, get the car back underneath me, and then just wait till they spread out a little bit to really start making my moves here. It's a bit of a risk going off strategy from the leaders, but we maintained our lead lap position, so it really doesn't matter if we're in the back here. Underneath Kurt Busch. Trying not to continue our feud. Okay. Okay. Just find a nice little spot in line there. That'll work. That was very nice. That was not so nice. That was not so nice. That was terrible. That makes me really angry. How bad is the car wrecked? Terrible. Alright, soldiering on with a damaged car. We're beginning to catch the rubber banding AI, which is good. And now we've just got to hope our car can keep up in the straightaways where it was already inefficient. Now it's even more inefficient. And try to not completely kill ourselves in the corners. That would also be nice. And off of the corner. I find the corner exits, at least with the simulation physics, are notoriously bad when you head into a corner. It seems like it always wants to get arrow loose on you. Meaning it just drives immediately right up into either A, the wall, or B, the car next to you, and then it spins you to the inside, which is very annoying. Now we're underneath Smith, and trying to get around Scott here. 3 wide. Get around him. Trying to spin on the apron there. Trying to spin off of Scott.
Still there.
Okay. Now we're making progress again.
Clear high.
Underneath Landon Castle. Again, I realized at Bristol you can't be playing nice. You've got to figure out a way to be as dirty as possible without wrecking your own car, which I already have managed to do this race. So, I've got essentially nothing to lose. I am a little bit worried about the engine temperature. It almost looks like there's a... Well, no. It almost looks like there's smoke coming out of the top of the car every once in a while, but maybe that's just an optical illusion from lights or whatever around the track. And we're trying to get underneath Greg Biffle, and it ain't working too well right now. Good old number 69, apparently, according to his Twitter. Though what team he may end up driving for is still to be determined. Up halfway up through the field now, up to P20 with the damaged car, so I feel pretty good about that. In fact, the car's not handling really bad at all things considered. And now I'm hoping that the yellow will not come out, at least until the leaders start pitting, which they're already doing, so we're going to start making up some spots here. All good, very good. 66 to go, though. Nice long race, this one.
You're all clear.
And we're going around, it's one of the throwback schemes there. And Keselowski. I almost spun out, but it was Tony who spun out, and it brought out the yellow. I guess I'll pit, because everybody else is. Okay, we are restarting 37th. Harvick and Keselowski ended up getting laps down.
The race is going
So
green.
that was a thing that happened.
There's the green flag.
Green is out. Let's see how this mid-pack restart works out. Probably not going to work out very well. As Happy Harvick's behind us, now Busher to the outside. And we got into the back of Landon Castle.
Clear high.
Who almost spins, we almost spin. And I'm just gonna be... Well, I was about to say we were gonna be really patient, but apparently that's not gonna happen.
Turn 2.
Yeah, it's me, Spotter.
Car hit is pit.
Alright, we're catching up to everybody, and there's people pitting. And hopefully this will lower my blood pressure a bit. But you never know. You never know. And of course the engine's damaged, so it's going to make this virtually impossible to actually make passes on the straightaway or stay away once the game determines where I'm not supposed to be, or I've passed too many cars.
Still there.
And I almost ran into McDowell there. Thankfully I did not.
Car high.
Otherwise you would have really seen some rage.
All clear.
Now
Car
underneath
high.
him.
You're all clear.
And let's see if we can make some more passes here. Underneath Smith, maybe.
Still there.
Maybe. Maybe.
Car high.
Now underneath Tony Stewart as well.
Still there.
And run to the back of Harvick, who moves up the track a bit. Now we've got
Stay low.
Labani going slow. I shouldn't have said causing slow. That doesn't make any sense. The brake pedal causes
Still
slow.
there. Car high.
And around all those guys. That works. That works.
Still there.
Very nice. Nicely done. Nicely executed. So we're up to P25. At least I'll get the Moog money for that. But I gotta get a top 15 for Snap Fitness money. I wish I would have gone with the easy money for the qualifying position, but I didn't expect I was going to qualify all that well here. I thought, oh, super speedway. You know, it's not going to be very... I'm not going to do well. But I forgot this is a super speedway with corners. And the AI don't do too hot with the corners. So that's letting my chances, or it's increasing my chances quite a bit, which is much appreciated. Underneath Newman. And into the wall. But whatever. It's all about the Darlington stripes here anyway, right? Just keep running into the wall enough times, you probably will win this race someday. Alright, we're getting a move on now. Around Boyer. Just drive Stenhouse into the corner, whatever. No problemo. Try to get underneath him. Maybe. Nope. The engine's gonna say no to that one. And let Boyer by, because there's literally nothing I can do about that. And underneath both of these guys, McFlurry and Recky. And get around both of them. And swing right up in front of McMurray. That was actually kind of a nice move. And stay ahead of him into turn 3. Well, I must say, it's a little bit better driving this car damaged because you're not carrying a yellow. So, should I pit? I feel like I should. I'm gonna pit just for the fact that I need to repair the car. All right, restarting in 37th place. There are a couple cars a lap down, so I'm the last car on the lead lap.
The race is going green.
And off we go. Back to racing. I almost have half a mind to just drop to the back immediately, save myself a lot of trouble, rather than just get wrecked here off of turn 2.
Still there.
I'm just going to drive extremely cautiously here.
Still there.
And that worked out fairly well. Gained a few positions. I'm lifting way early.
Still there.
And we're still going 3 wide and sideways underneath into turn 3, which I did not want to do really, particularly. Still, well, we were 3 wide. Now we're back to 2, which is good.
Okay, that's the halfway mark now.
We're only halfway through the race. I ran into Dale Jr., and so we just woe the car down here. And gradually come up the banking. There we go. Okay. Okay. Once again, I think Dale Jr. has it a bit out for me because there's another instance where I was underneath him and I ran into him and he very nearly spun me out. So now, again, we've got to get around this whole pack that I was so cautious to avoid. And now here we are again. Deja vu, passing 100 cars again.
Still there.
And spinning on the apron, and spinning off of Almirola. Think we're going to get a yellow? Yeah, we will. So, that means I at least get to pit, which is advantageous. Okay, so here's what's going to happen. Here's what's going to happen. I'm just going to lift, leave a big old gap. It's okay, I get to screw over Kurt Busch, so that's all good. I'm still feuding with him in this series, so it's all good in the hood on that one. Or maybe I should start saying it's all good under the hood, as long as I don't crash. So 40 to go. We're already back up in the mess here, but I'll take care of that because I'll just hit the freaking wall, and then the spotter will yell at me about going into the pits, despite the fact that I haven't pitted all day by myself. It's all been wrecks and yellows and car repairs that are unrealistically short. But anyway, I'd love a green flag run here. Can I actually keep that? Promise? Nope. Good old arrow loose. And underneath nobody. Now underneath Kane. Now underneath Biffle. And McDowell. In a few positions there. All good. Now we're 3 wide into turn 1. I will gladly back out of that one. Looks like they're wrecking up there. Looked like it was DiBenedetto in the wall. But everybody saves it, including me, who just saved it. I'm gonna rage. Okay, at least got a caution. At least got a caution. And Kurt Busch got a wave around for some reason. DiBenedetto's still 2 laps behind. Oh, we got a beer wagon next to us. Beer wagon. Hashtag beer wagon. Green is out. We are running, what, 36th? 35 laps to go, so essentially we need to gain a positional lap. And I don't know where I'm going. No, we're good. No, we're good. So here's what's going to happen. This time I'm just going to take it to the extreme. Lifting all the way off the gas. Notice how bad the AI rubber bands, by the way. Look how slow they're going. Look how slow they're going. Okay, Now back on the throttle. We're going in 130 miles an hour, by the way. They should be in turn 2 by now, but they're just in turn 1. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. And watch this, we're already catching up. This is something I do really hate. I really despise it. Is the rubber banding. I think I say it in every episode. I despise it. Get rid of it. Patch it out. Or give me an option to turn it off. Let me flip the switch. Say, I want to get, you know, if I'm 40th legitimately every race because the AI are just simply faster than me, let it happen. But none of this slowing down. Because look, if they actually ran properly, they wouldn't be in this gigantic pack that they've been in for 3 laps that I can't get by, thus making the whole catch-up system completely pointless because every time I get up there I run into the back of one of them and it spins the car out. If you turn on the simulation physics, you should get simulation AI. I'm just pointing this out. I feel like this is something that doesn't need to be pointed out. When you turn on the simulation physics, you need to be able to race the AI in a simulation fashion. And that's not happening right now. In fact, there is a car slowing down up in front of the pack. I am going to use this to my advantage and drive on the apron. Try not to lose it, but I'm going to gain a lot of positions if I time this right. I got to time it right, time it right, time it right, time it right. Very nice. Very nice. The game heard my complaints and decided to throw me a bone there. The game threw me a bone. They had a car break down in front of the whole field. And now we are suddenly back in contention, but Chris Buescher is running right back behind me. Oh, see, the car got loose. For no reason it got loose. For no reason. Now I gotta go underneath Danica. Try to. Now Danica is very loose there. Got a lot of slow cars up here too, which is actually aiding in the whole process of getting around some of these guys. It's like lap traffic, but they're on the lead lap. Wonderful. All right. Hey, we're back in the thick of this thing. Finally got around all that traffic. It seems like we're getting a green flag run. And finally, maybe I'll have the car to actually come up and compete with these guys. I'm gonna stay off the wall as best I can. I'm just gonna run consistent laps and try to catch these guys. We've got 30 laps to go, essentially 29 really. But wow, this is going a lot better now. Who are these cars up here? I think they're not lappers. I think they're on the lead lap, but they're slower than the guys directly ahead of me, which are Larson, Busch, and Larson, Logano, and Harvick. So they're going to get held up a little bit by Almirola there. And then it's Greg Biffle, AJ Allmendinger, and Clint Boyer. And there are cars pitting as well. In fact, a lot of cars in the pits. They may have had a wreck or something. Still P9, so none of those cars were ahead of us. In fact, how many laps left are on the fuel? 13, so one more pit stop for me. Hopefully it'll occur under the green flag, because that would be the best possible scenario, for me at least. Now we go around turn 4. We are catching Almirola, but Larson's beginning to pull away. In fact, Boyer's going very slow too. Looks like he's going to be overhauled by this group of leaders as I pop into the wall there, and Kyle Busch is now closing down, followed by Brad Keselowski, I believe. Hard to tell from the rear view. And there isn't just a look back button, I don't think, in this game. So you got to use the mirror. And now there goes Keselowski underneath. Yes, that is definitely Brad in that light blue beer wagon. That would block both of these guys. Boy, I'd love to get up there and get those 3 positions and run 6th rather than run 9th. But there's starting to be some understeer. Starting to be some understeer. And I just got almost wrecked by Keselowski, so I gotta let him by. There's nothing I can do. Except for just come back and pass him in the corners. Put him in the wall. whatever. Now here comes Keselowski with a big run. See, again, rubber banding. Where did they find the speed? Where did they find it? You gotta play dirty, which I couldn't even do effectively because I just lost 3 positions doing that. 4 positions, 5 positions, all the positions. See, now here they come. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, I hate this so much. I hate this so much. Suddenly they're all up to speed. Suddenly they're all up to speed. When did this happen? When did this happen? Could pass 20 cars going into turn 3 a couple laps ago. And now they're all passing me, going incredibly fast, insanely fast. Something not right about that. Whatever, we gotta persevere. We are still in the money for all my positions, for all my sponsors. 15th is where I actually need to be for Snap Fitness, which is the big payout of the sponsors that aren't named C&J Energy Services on my car. And we just lost 15th. And now we're spinning. Wonderful. Wonderful. Screw it. I'm coming into the pits. Actually, Danica's losing it. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to make it to the end on fuel on this. And if I do, it's going to probably bring out the yellow anyway, but I don't even care. I was losing positions, and I want to just turn... I guess I'll cheat the game, because you might as well turn the rubber banding on for the AI, so they have to slow down for me. 15-second pit stop. And we're back out into the fray here. As David Reagan tries to go around the outside of me, but he can't. He struggles to get past 130 miles an hour. And we go around him. So P28 for me, 19 laps of fuel. Maybe we can make it to the end. I feel like that's programmed in there intentionally just to screw up any kind of strategy call you can make. I swear, the yellow comes out every time you make a green flag pit stop. Immediately after you make a green flag pit stop. It never fails. So we're racing again with 15 laps to go. At least we're on the lead lap this time.
All clear.
28 positions to make up. Probably will not make up all of those, but I want to at least make up the 13. That will bring me back to the money. In fact, I need to be P25 for Moog, so gotta be really struggling here. Kurt Busch is a non-factor. I don't know why I raced him so hard. We're gonna run right on the white line, but we pulled it off.
Still there.
And we're now running behind Newman. Gotta go underneath him. Gotta get moving here. Move up as quickly as possible here. We had a 5th place qualifying position. This car is a 5th place car at least. So we should be able to do this. Alright, that actually worked. It actually worked. Thank goodness it actually worked. So 13 laps to go. 3 positions to gain for Snap Fitness Moolah. I gotta stay ahead of Mr. Kenseth here. I'm hoping these guys slow each other up just a little bit more. But not enough to trigger rubber banding because I'm going so much faster than they are. That would be a bad thing. So now we're running off of turn number 4 underneath, trying to get that draft off of Hamlin, who I haven't called out all day. So first time I think we've talked about Denny Hamlin. He just has not been a factor. Going underneath a lot of cars here. Truex Kane was running behind Johnson, but almost got spun off the corner. Got to get that pass done in the center of the corner. Run to Johnson. And we make that pass. Trying to do any passing on the exit of the corner, of course, because again, the physics will bug out. Now with 11 laps to go here, we're going to make a move on Hamlin. And bully our way by him, no problem. Now we're behind Danica for 13th position. Good old lucky 13th. Come on, let's get up there. Let's get up there. And get Danica's very slow. Very slow. Are we going to get the exit of the corner pass?
Still there. 10 laps to go.
10 to go. Yeah, we got her going into turn number 1. So now Chase, Elliott. Can we get around Mr. Chase? Car's feeling really good on this run, by the way. Really, really good. Everything's working pretty well right now. Underneath Chase, underneath Stenhouse, right there. Look at that. Use him up a little bit, but not too much. Now we're closing in on Keselowski for 10th. Only throwback car in the race. Somehow I think that's what the Darlington throwback is going to be like 10 years from now when they run out of throwback ideas. But we're going by Allmendinger as well for P9. And I cannot believe he didn't spin me out there. Usually can't get away with contact made like that, but we did it. It looks like Greg Biffle's leading this freaking thing, which is kind of weird. So now we're chasing Larson. Got to stay ahead of Keselowski. Game is starting to rubber band again. Ah, no. Keselowski gets his revenge. So now I've got to get back up there again. And everybody speeds up. They speed up as soon as you get in clean air. I don't wonder if it's triggered by clean air. Seems almost like it's... You see now, again, we're able to run with these guys. We're actually catching up to the back of the pack. Very weird. Very weird. And somebody's going very slow there. Very slow. It's Joey Logano. And he'll lose that position. And we're going to go underneath Harvick, try to anyway. Jimmy Johnson was all the way underneath the apron there. And it slowed down, looked like Kyle Busch as well. He still drives very slow. Oh, I was being mean to Larson, and I nearly got wrecked by that mistake. So how many laps have we got to go here? 6 to go. I'd rather not look at my fuel gauge because I'm worried about that. Whatever. I'll run the dang thing out at this point. I don't care. 10th place. Top 10 would be good. It would be good for points. It would be good for all that good stuff. And money. Don't forget money. It's always an important factor in this sort of thing. So now we're back on the main straightaway.
5 laps to go.
You hear the spotter, 5 laps to go. Let's see what we can do about catching these guys here in the final 10 laps of the contest. And they're pulling away. I'd love some lap traffic to come up and slow these guys down a bit. I'm not thinking we're going to get any. It's going to be all about just being able to maintain this position for me. Maintaining 10th. A top 10 would be excellent. Some cars are coming into the pits. See if that affects anything here at the front. Still P10, so nobody ahead of us has come in. I almost lost it on the apron there. And off the throttle again. Very high. Darlington stripes being earned tonight. And now we're getting gained on by Dale Jr. And here comes Dale Jr. to ruin everything. Where's that speed coming from? How are you this much faster? There's going to be virtually no way to block him either. We'll see if I can try. I have 2 laps to go this time by, I believe. And we're bouncing off the wall, making a spectacular show of sparks. But aside from that, nothing doing.
2 to go.
2 laps to go. 2 laps to hold off Dale Jr. Can I do it? Can I do it? Holding him off for a 10th place finish. I will not wreck the car to do this though, so those of you expecting some fireworks aside from just me racing him hard. Don't expect that. We got a really good entrance into the corner, much better than Dale Jr. So now here he comes with a run on the exit. White flag is out. This could be a photo finish here. Ah, made a mistake. Made a freaking mistake. And we got into him. He is sideways. He saves it, but Truex gets around us both. Truex gets around us both. So Dale Jr. is going to go by, I think, unless I can get him going into 3 and 4, which I was able to do. So whatever. Looks like it's going to be P11. No, maybe it's not, because Dale Jr. is going to get a better run off the corner, and he's going to pass me, so P12. So, what is that 12th place going to do? Is it going to put me into the points? Is it going to, or is it going to elevate me to 30th? That's the important thing, because it's going to really depend on whether I can win Richmond or not. In fact, all of this rides on that, but we are going to get some good money. 26 from the race, 12 from the primary sponsor. Top 25 is going to get us 3,500, and a top 15 is going to get us 12,000. So 50,000 for the race. That's going to be excellent. It's going to get us up to the magic mark of 150 grand in the bank into Richmond. Though I don't think there'd be anything for me to buy points wise. Did we make it? Did we get up into top 30? Yes, we did. By 1 point. Oh my gosh. 1 point. Well, okay, so we did everything we needed to do there. It's going to come down to Richmond. So let's head back to the garage, see if we have any more updates, and I'll give some final thoughts. So from the Southern 500, we're going to move on to Richmond, the final race before the chase. Potentially my only chance, well, it is my only chance of getting in the chase. That'll be an exciting race. So I hope to see you guys there. This has been David Land on YouTube, and we'll see you in the next video.